Hey digital investors, welcome back to another video. We have Ethereum and interest in Ethereum skyrocketing along with so many new Ethereum addresses being made. Litecoin integrates with Incognito network to enable anonymous transactions. You guys might be familiar with Mimblewimble, but this is a little different. While Mimblewimble is going to be released, this has to do with Incognito. Grayscale raises 700 million in a day, its largest daily asset raise ever. That is insane. Unprecedented crush of wealthy investors are flocking to Bitcoin. VeChain enables fee delegation. Bitcoin Thermo cap metric shows Bitcoin price is still in the low end of the bull cycle, and we have Goldman Sachs exploring entry into crypto custody. We have, as you can see, a good amount of things to go over today. I hope you guys are excited. I took the weekend off. I think this was like the first time I took 2 days in a row off, a weekend off properly, possibly since I started the channel, and it felt great to take that little bit of break. So I hope you guys also had a great weekend. And with that said, let's hop into it. If you're a frequent viewer of the show and you'd like to show some support, just tap the like button. It really does help so much in the YouTube algorithm picking this video up and showing it to more people. With that said, the interest in Ethereum from retail has skyrocketed in the past few weeks. Apart from Google searches reaching an all-time high, levels beyond the 2017 and 2018 craze, the number of addresses with relatively small ETH portions has seen new records as well. So this is a metric, guys. This is Google Trends. I show you guys this sometimes as well, but we have a screenshot of it in here. And as we can see, Ethereum is higher than it's ever been. I think when I showed you this, guys, about a week ago, this was a dotted line, so that data was still processing, it was still coming in. Now we have that solid line that looks like it tapped all the way up to 100. Could be coming down a bit now, but man, we knocked out those previous highs back here in 2017, 2018, where on here we pierced above 75. So a lot of buzz, a lot of talk going on about crypto, namely Ethereum in this case. So small ETH addresses are also at new highs. There are significant upticks in records for non-zero addresses and wallets with 0.01 to 0.1 ETH. The non-zero wallets have been gradually increasing since 2018 and recently broke above 50 million. The new all-time high came at nearly 52.5 million. So here's the chart. It's number of non-zero addresses. If you look at the chart right here, here's 2017 and here is present day. And this is the data for how many wallets are being created with, they're calling them zero addresses, 0.01 to 0.1 ETH. So a massive, massive uptick. And this is probably retail, right? Because, whales are going to be buying a lot more than 0.01 to 0.1 ETH. Addresses with at least 0.01 ETH surged past 11 million. The graph below demonstrates that the growth of such wallets picked up in late 2020, just as the asset's price started to appreciate more rapidly. Lastly, the addresses with 0.1 ETH or more have also marked a new record of over 3.7 million. The growth of such wallets had slowed down briefly a few months back, but started to increase in accordance with the asset price. Now that's interesting, guys, right? Because a price really does affect people. Price really does affect retail. If a price is low and constantly losing value and a crypto asset is bleeding, that does a lot to shake out the market, to shake out the holders of that digital asset. Likewise, if a cryptocurrency is increasing in value, it's going up a lot more than it's going down. That also, helps people get into that market. I think Chainlink is a great example of that. During the bear market, there were a lot of altcoins that just weren't really doing much. Even altcoins that are doing a lot now, they're performing great now. But during the bear market, they really just couldn't stand on their own 2 feet. But Chainlink, on the other hand, was making amazing gains, right? And people were, selling other altcoins, other bags that weren't really doing so much, going to Chainlink and actually making good money on it. And now we know Chainlink has also hit a new all-time high. It is just continuing to overperform and overperform. And that price action definitely helps a lot of people with their decision making of whether or not they want to enter into that asset. So it doesn't surprise me that when prices go up, we also see new addresses, because you have to understand price action psychologically affects people on a level. It gets them emotional enough. Price action alone can get you emotional enough to buy or sell. So keep that in mind. We also have the Litecoin integration. So Litecoin's community has an alternative for making anonymous transactions while they wait for the Mimblewimble protocol. In a post for Incognito's forum, Aaron Ahmadi explains that they will support Litecoin's private transactions with the PLTC token. That way, transactions will occur over the Incognito network using the Incognito wallet to receive funds in Litecoin. These funds are swapped to PLTC at a 1-to-1 ratio and can be exchanged at any time, according to Ahmadi. When the swap from PLTC to LTC is made, the first tokens are burned to release the second ones to the user's wallet. Ahmadi added, by using your LTC on the Incognito network, you no longer have to worry about your privacy. No one can stalk you. No one can know your balance or what you spend it on. No oppressive government can surveil you or seize your funds. So it seems like, guys, the PLTC coin, again, they're saying it's a 1-to-1 swap. So you can take your LTC, convert it to PLTC, and then you could send your PLTC over the Incognito network, make completely anonymous private transactions, and you could swap your PLTC back into LTC at any time. I would also be assuming here that the prices are going to be the same, right? 1-to-1 ratio, and probably prices are going to be the same. That's the only way it makes sense, at least in my mind. This is a diagram that kind of goes over it. I'm definitely, guys, I'll be 100% honest with you, I suck at diagrams, schematics. I've tried to learn them in the past. It is something that I am just not good at. So, if any of you guys are experts at reading these types of things, feel free to leave a comment that kind of more so goes over this. I'm just not the best person for sitting down and reading these types of things. I need it explained to me multiple times thoroughly. The integration with Incognito corresponds to the original version of Litecoin's inventor, Charlie Lee. I want to make it so that users don't have to worry about giving up their financial privacy by using Litecoin. Even if you're not doing anything illegal, you don't want people to know how much money you have or what your paycheck is. And that's true, right? A lot of people say, oh, well, if you're not doing anything illegal, there's nothing to worry about. It's just the basic point of privacy, right? Again, you don't want people to know what you're spending your money on. You don't want people to know how much money you have in the bank. Otherwise, that's a good way to get robbed, right? So privacy is very important, even if you're not doing anything illegal. In addition, IOHK CEO Charles Hoskinson stated that they have had fruitful meetings to increase interoperability between Cardano and Litecoin. So again, guys, it seems like Litecoin could be set to make absolute waves this bull run. There was a lot of uncertainty about Litecoin maybe about a year ago, but now we have Mimblewimble dropping. You can do Incognito transactions, Cardano and Litecoin in talks. We also know that Flare, the same company that did the XRP airdrop, is also going to be doing an airdrop for Litecoin holders, and Litecoin is going to be part of that ecosystem. So Litecoin is definitely not something to sleep on anymore, right? There is a lot of activity going on with Litecoin. And we have Grayscale raising 700 million plus in a day. And this comes from a tweet from Michael Sonnensheim. Yesterday, Grayscale raised north of 700 million into its family of products. Momentum from Q4 seems to be picking up speed into the new year. If you haven't checked our 4Q20 report yet, and he drops the link, he says 1/15/2021 was also our largest single asset raise day ever. So congratulations to Grayscale. That is amazing. That's also amazing for the crypto space, right? I love to see big players pumping our bags. Also, unprecedented crush of wealthy investors are flocking to Bitcoin, says On-Chain Analyst Willy Woo. Willy Woo says, whale spawning season is here. Whales being 1,000 Bitcoin or more. Very high net worth individuals are coming in droves. This cycle is unlike any we've seen before. Very, very interesting. Woo is also highlighting data that shows the amount of liquid BTC on the market has been on a steady decline since March of last year, when governments began printing money at rapid rates. He says the world has 47 million millionaires. 71% of them live in the US or EU. There's only 14.9 million Bitcoin in circulation, and only 4.1 million Bitcoin are liquid and therefore able to be bought. High net worth individuals just got notified they need an allocation. In my opinion, this is the reason why Bitcoin rocketed past $23,000. He says, if you think you're late to the Bitcoin party, think again. Bitcoin's risk-adjusted return has been at the same high levels for 6 years running, clearly outperforming every other asset class since its inception. Woo recently predicted Bitcoin could rise above $300,000 this year, with a rise above $100,000 at his most conservative price target. Really cool to see, guys. Yeah, there's definitely no denying that we are getting so many new people coming into the crypto space, and I think one of the coolest things is that a lot of these new people are massive players, right? It's not even just retail anymore. You have massive players getting in on this space. We also have VeChain. Some news for VeChain. They enable fee delegation feature for DeFi mass adoption. This is pretty cool. VeChain CTO Peter Zhao revealed a new feature called fee delegation as a service, integrated into the VeChain Thor blockchain's native fee delegation protocol. The feature will allow reducing the complexity of interacting with dApps by facilitating transaction payments. Zhao explained that one of the biggest obstacles in the DeFi sector is that users must cover network transaction costs to invoke the features in a smart contract. Therefore, they have to use their private keys and pay with cryptocurrency or tokens used by the public blockchain. VeChain seeks to implement an infrastructure layer that allows for the delegation of fee payments to third parties to reduce user exposure to the potential risks and difficulties of interacting with a smart contract. Zhao adds, as an analogy, if Amazon users were asked to pay for computational resources anytime they placed an order, it would significantly impact the usability of the platform by placing constraints on users. As shown in the image below, when a user interacts with a smart contracts function, the dApp will ask for the user's signature. In parallel, the request will be sent to the DAS provider, who will cover the cost of the transaction. They explain further, in this new arrangement, communication between the dApp and the DAS module is now standardized by the newly proposed VIP 201. It is a communication protocol that allows any dApp and DAS service provider to seamlessly work together as long as they both apply the protocol. So a pretty interesting new concept, right? I think if if they're able to pull it off, that could be something that other projects want to flock to, right? It could be something that people want to adopt. Again, very interesting. We'll see what happens with it. We also have this. Bluegate announces VeChain integration with Medini Africa. Medini integrates with VeChain protocol to increase reliability and sustainability in Africa's mining industry. The VeChain Thor blockchain will enable meta transactions on Medini's platform. So also very, very cool. We're getting a lot of news out of VeChain. Like every other day, there's something new coming out about it. Very, very cool project, and they're making a lot of progress. So congratulations to the VeChain team and all the progress that they are making. Bitcoin thermocap metric shows Bitcoin price is still in the low end of the bull cycle. Thermocap is a metric which aims to track Bitcoin price cycles based on actions taken by miners and investors with regards to buying and selling BTC. It includes the so-called thermocap multiple, which divides the Bitcoin price on a certain day by the cumulative block subsidy, or all rewards earned by miners from day one. It shows when a bubble in the price was present with a very high signal-to-noise ratio. Thermocap enables comparison of the bubble peaks and appears to show a relatively constant value of the multiple for healthy price levels, among other benefits. They summarize by saying we're still in the low end of the 21 bubble phase. Very cool. Now we also have prices for today. Bitcoin sitting at 35,900, Ethereum sitting at 1,235, Polkadot at $16, up 78% on the 7-day. That is amazing. I haven't checked the price of Polkadot in I think a couple days, so I'm thrown off guard by that a little bit, right? Polkadot is going on a rampage right now. I need to pull up a chart of that. XRP at 28 cents, Cardano at 36 cents, Litecoin at 149. You have Stellar sitting at 30 cents, Chainlink at 22 bucks. Let's see what else we have. Aave at 189. Aave is also up a ton, up 47% on the 7-day. And in front of that, Cosmos up 51% on the 7-day. Tezos at $3.04. Synthetics at $15. Theta at $2.02. VeChain at 3 cents. That is crazy to see VeChain at 3 cents. I know we've seen it before, but it's crazy how long it's been. I mean, it's been in this 3-cent range for a while now, right? Between 2.6 cents, I see it get up to 3 cents. It's just crazy to see it consolidating up here at these levels, considering the fact that just not too long ago, VeChain was less than half a penny, right? That is insane, and it just goes to show, VeChain is like a perfect example of the type of gains you can make in this market, right? You could buy VeChain for less than half a cent, and 6 months later, it's sitting at 3 cents, right? That is crazy gains in less than a year. Your fear and greed index for today is sitting at 79. We are still in extreme greed. And let's see what Goldman Sachs says in relations to cryptocurrency. They say, like JP Morgan, we have issued an RFI looking at digital custody. We are broadly exploring digital custody and deciding what the next step is. The insider tells CoinDesk that the initiative by Goldman Sachs is part of a broad digital strategy following the recent regulatory guidance by the U.S. Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, which allows banks to use stablecoins for payments. The source also dispels rumors that Goldman is looking to offer prime brokerage services for crypto assets. They say Anchorage, BitGo, and Coinbase have quite grand plans in crypto prime brokerage, and we would not be looking to duplicate those. I know most of you guys are probably familiar with BitGo and Coinbase. For those of you who aren't familiar with Anchorage, Anchorage is the first federally chartered digital crypto bank. I know, really interesting. You guys should check them out if you haven't already done your research on Anchorage and what they're doing. It is very cool. And so that is what Goldman Sachs is exploring in terms of crypto custody. With that said, that is the video for today. If you did enjoy it, make sure you subscribe and like. I produce a video like this daily going over Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything going on in the crypto space. If you hit the bell, you'll be notified every single time I put out a video like this. Keep in mind, nothing we cover is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just trying to document the daily crypto news and document this crypto bull run. I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you on the next one.